Life is full of challenges, but it's how we respond to them that defines us. Every person faces obstacles, whether they are external or internal. The true test of character comes not from the difficulty itself, but from our ability to rise above it. We can either let challenges break us, or we can use them as stepping stones for growth. The key to overcoming adversity lies in maintaining a growth mindset, staying persistent, and fostering habits that lead to success. Whether you're struggling to find your path or looking for ways to improve your current situation, these 50 tips will help you stay focused, push through adversity, and realize your full potential. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not about reaching a final point, but rather about making progress every day, no matter how small the steps. Embrace the journey, stay motivated, and trust that every effort you put in brings you closer to your dreams. Below are 25 powerful tips to inspire, motivate, and guide you on your path to success. Tip 1. Embrace failure as a learning tool. Failure is not the end, it's the beginning of growth. Too often, we perceive failure as a setback, but in reality, it's a vital part of the process. Consider how a baby learns to walk. Each stumble is a lesson. Failure provides valuable insight, pushing us to think critically about what went wrong and how we can improve next time. The road to success is rarely a straight line. Take the example of Thomas Edison. He famously failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Every time he failed, he wasn't discouraged. Instead, he considered those failures as lessons to refine his process. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." His perspective on failure changed the course of history. Action step: when you encounter failure, reflect on what you've learned and make adjustments. Shift your focus from the setback to the lessons it offers. Failure is only a failure if you don't learn from it. Tip 2. Set clear and achievable goals. Without clear goals, it's easy to lose focus and direction. Setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART, goals provides clarity and a sense of purpose. When you break down large, overwhelming goals into smaller, manageable tasks, you can make consistent progress. For example, if your goal is to start a new business, break it down into smaller milestones: researching the market, registering your business, creating a website, and so on. Celebrate these small wins, as each step brings you closer to your larger vision. Action step: write down your goals and break them into smaller tasks. Review your progress regularly and make adjustments as necessary. Create a vision board or a timeline to visualize your goals, which will help keep you motivated. Real-world example: Oprah Winfrey started with a clear goal of becoming a powerful media figure. She worked tirelessly, breaking down her larger goal into smaller, actionable steps. Each job she took, each interview, and every decision she made were all part of her strategic plan to reach her larger goal. Her persistence, combined with clear goals, led to her eventual success as one of the most influential people in media. Tip 3. Cultivate a positive mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. How you perceive challenges and setbacks can significantly influence your outcomes. A positive mindset helps you focus on solutions rather than problems. It allows you to see opportunities even in difficult situations. Remember, negativity drains energy and prevents action. By practicing daily affirmations, expressing gratitude, and visualizing success, you can cultivate a mindset that supports your goals. Example: consider the story of Walt Disney, who was fired from a newspaper job for lacking imagination. Instead of giving up, he maintained a positive mindset and went on to create one of the most successful entertainment companies in the world. His ability to stay positive in the face of rejection allowed him to turn his dreams into reality. Action step: start each day by affirming something positive about yourself or your goals. Keep a gratitude journal to remind yourself of the good things in your life. Negative thoughts will naturally arise, but when you train your mind to replace them with positive ones, you'll start to shift your energy and outlook. Tip 4. Take small steps consistently. Success is not about taking giant leaps, it's about consistent, small steps that accumulate over time. Think of the compound effect: small, positive actions repeated daily lead to significant results. You don't have to conquer everything at once. By focusing on daily progress, no matter how small, you'll build momentum. Whether it's reading for 10 minutes a day or making one important phone call, each action brings you closer to success. Example: look at the story of Steve Jobs and the creation of Apple. Jobs didn't wake up one day and build the iPhone. It was the culmination of years of small steps, from learning about technology to building the first Apple computers, and constantly improving upon them. By committing to small steps every day, Apple became the most valuable company in the world. Action step: identify one small action you can take each day toward your goal. Commit to doing it consistently, no matter how small. Over time, those actions will add up to monumental progress. Tip 5. Learn from successful people. Success leaves clues. One of the best ways to accelerate your own growth is to learn from those who have walked the path before you. Successful people have often mastered certain habits or strategies that can be applied to your own journey. Whether it's through books, interviews, or mentorship, surround yourself with those who inspire and challenge you. Take notes on their habits and routines, and adapt them to your own life. Example: Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin, learned from his failures, but also from other successful entrepreneurs. He has stated that the most important lesson he learned was to surround himself with people who were smarter and more experienced in areas where he lacked knowledge. This humility and openness to learning from others played a key role in his success. Action step: seek out successful individuals in your field or area of interest. Learn from their experiences, and apply the lessons that resonate with you. You can find mentors, attend seminars, or simply read about the habits of people who have succeeded in areas you're passionate about. Tip 6. Push beyond your comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself. Our comfort zones are safe, but they can also be limiting. When we step outside of them, we expand our horizons and unlock our true potential. Whether it's tackling a challenging project, speaking in front of an audience, or learning a new skill, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone accelerates growth. The more you challenge yourself, the more resilient and capable you become. Real-world example: Elon Musk's ventures into SpaceX and Tesla have taken him far beyond the comfort zone of traditional business practices. Musk faced immense skepticism and challenges, but his willingness to embrace discomfort, take risks, and push past doubts allowed him to revolutionize both space travel and the automotive industry. Action step: identify one thing you've been avoiding due to fear or discomfort, and take action on it today. Start small, but keep pushing forward. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or tackling a tough task, step out of your comfort zone regularly. Tip 7. Be patient and persistent. Success takes time. There's no such thing as overnight success. Most successful individuals have put in years of hard work, often with little recognition or reward in the beginning. Persistence is key to reaching your goals. The road may be slow, and progress may seem minimal at times, but consistency will eventually yield results. Keep going, even when it feels like you're not making immediate progress. Example: J.K. Rowling's journey to publishing Harry Potter was full of rejection. She faced 12 rejections before a publisher took a chance on her. Her story is a perfect example of persistence, as she believed in her book's potential, even when no one else did. Action step: set long-term goals and break them into smaller, short-term milestones. Celebrate each small victory and keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Patience is about understanding that each step, no matter how small, is part of the larger process. Tip 8. Prioritize self-care. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally is essential for long-term success. Without adequate rest, proper nutrition, and time for relaxation, you'll burn out quickly. Self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. Whether it's sleeping well, exercising regularly, or taking time to relax, self-care enables you to approach challenges with a clear mind and a healthy body. Real-world example: Arianna Huffington, the co-founder of the Huffington Post, experienced burnout and collapsed from exhaustion. Afterward, she made self-care a priority, focusing on sleep, rest, and mindfulness practices. This decision helped her increase her productivity, well-being, and success. Action step: create a self-care routine that includes daily practices for physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Prioritize rest and relaxation as part of your success journey. Healthy habits fuel your productivity, focus, and resilience. Tip 9. Stay focused and eliminate distractions. Focus on what matters. In a world filled with distractions, staying focused on your goals is harder than ever. Social media, noise, multitasking, all of these can derail your progress. To stay productive, create an environment conducive to focus. Time blocking, setting boundaries, and eliminating distractions will help you stay on track. Every time you eliminate distractions, you create more time for meaningful work. Example: Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft, has been known to take thinking weeks, where he. Tip 10. Stay adaptable in a changing world. Adaptability is no longer optional, it's essential. In a world that's shifting faster than ever before, your ability to bend without breaking is your superpower. Change can feel uncomfortable, even threatening. But when you learn to see it not as a disruption, but as an invitation to grow, everything transforms. The world isn't slowing down. Technology evolves, industries transform, and what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Those who dig in their heels and cling to the past get left behind. But those who adapt, evolve, and stay curious, those are the ones who not only survive but thrive. Real-world example. Take Netflix, for instance. They started as a DVD by mail service. As the market shifted, they didn't resist, they pivoted to streaming. Then, recognizing the importance of original content, they evolved again and began producing their own shows and films. Today, Netflix isn't just a company, it's a cultural force. Why? Because they adapted with the times and weren't afraid to reinvent themselves. More examples. Amazon started as an online bookstore. Now, it's a global tech and logistics empire. Instagram began as a check-in app. Its pivot to photo sharing made it a giant in social media. Kodak, on the other hand, resisted the shift to digital photography and faded. Action step. 1. Reframe change. When life throws a curveball, ask yourself, what does this make possible? That one question can turn panic into potential. 2. Stay in learning mode. Read, take online courses, watch documentaries, and expose yourself to new ideas regularly. 3. Embrace discomfort. Growth lives outside your comfort zone. The more you practice stepping into uncertainty, the stronger you become. Tip 11. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Perfection is a moving target, and chasing it will drain your energy, crush your creativity, and stall your momentum. The pursuit of perfection often masks fear, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. But here's the truth: progress is the real magic. Every small win is a stepping stone to something greater. And when you consistently celebrate those small steps, you build the confidence and motivation needed to keep going. Real-world example. Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, famously said, "If you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you launched too late." He understood that iteration beats stagnation. Your version 1 might be rough. Your version 10 might still have flaws. But progress means you're in motion, and motion leads to mastery. More examples. Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, didn't wait for the perfect prototype. She tested, refined, and kept moving. Edison tried 1,000 times before the light bulb worked. Every failure was just another step toward success. Action step. 1. Set micro goals. Break big goals into tiny, manageable actions. 2. Track and review progress. At the end of each day, ask, what did I do well today? 3. Celebrate small wins. Every forward step is worth acknowledging. Reward your consistency. Tip 12. Create a powerful morning routine. Your morning is your launchpad. It sets the trajectory of your mindset, focus, and productivity. Starting your day intentionally is like tuning an instrument before a concert. It ensures everything that follows flows with clarity and harmony. If you wake up reacting, scrolling your phone, stressing about emails, you hand over your power. But if you begin with intention, everything changes. A morning routine doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be yours. Real-world example. Tony Robbins starts every day with a ritual he calls priming, a blend of breathing exercises, gratitude practice, visualization, and movement. This isn't fluff, it's fuel. It sets his mental, emotional, and physical state for peak performance. Morning routines of high performers. Oprah Winfrey meditates and reads inspirational texts. Tim Ferriss journals, drinks tea, and practices mindfulness. Hal Elrod, author of The Miracle Morning, promotes 6 habits: silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, journaling. Action step 1. Design your own routine. Start with 20 to 30 minutes. Include activities that energize and ground you. 2. Avoid screens. Use the first moments of your day for you, not the world. 3. Anchor with gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. Win the morning, win the day. Tip 13. Manage your energy, not just your time. You don't run on time, you run on energy. Time management is important, but without the fuel of energy, your hours mean nothing. Burnout doesn't come from doing too much, it comes from doing too much of the wrong things at the wrong times, with no recovery. Understanding your natural energy rhythms gives you a massive edge. Learn when you're sharpest, when you need rest, and how to recharge. Real-world example. Brendan Burchard, high-performance coach, schedules his day around his energy, not just a clock. He batches tasks by intensity, builds in breaks every 50 minutes, and starts each day with movement to elevate his energy. Practical energy boosters. Movement, even a 5-minute walk resets your body and mind. Nutrition, fuel your body with clean foods that support brain performance. Sleep, prioritize deep, restorative sleep, non-negotiable for clarity and resilience. Action step 1. Audit your energy. For 1 week, track your highs and lows throughout the day. 2. Schedule accordingly. Do deep work when your energy is highest. Handle routine tasks during low energy windows. 3. Take regular breaks. Your brain works best in cycles. Step away, reset, and come back stronger. Tip 14. Learn to say no. Your yes means nothing if you never say no. Every commitment you make steals time and energy from your highest priorities. Saying no isn't selfish, it's strategic. It protects your purpose. So many people live overwhelmed not because they lack time, but because they haven't mastered boundaries. When you learn to say no to the good, you create space for the great. Real-world example. Steve Jobs once said, "People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas." His clarity of vision made Apple one of the most innovative companies in history. More examples. Warren Buffett attributes his success to saying no to almost everything. J.K. Rowling turned down multiple speaking and media opportunities to protect her writing time. Action step 1. Clarify your vision. When your priorities are clear, your decisions become easier. 2. Create a polite decline template. Practice saying no with grace. "Thank you for thinking of me, but I won't be able to commit." 3. Stop over-explaining. No is a complete sentence. Derek Sivers says, "If it's not a hell yes, it's a no." Tip 15. Trust the process. Success is never a straight line. It's messy. It's full of false starts, failures, detours, and doubts. But when you commit to the process and stay the course, results follow. Trust is what keeps you going when nothing seems to be working. You may not see the fruit today, but that doesn't mean the roots aren't growing. Trusting the process means showing up, doing the work, and letting time do its part. Real-world example. Stephen Curry wasn't heavily recruited. He was too small, too skinny. But he trusted the process. He outworked everyone, focused on fundamentals, and eventually changed the way basketball is played. More stories. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. Colonel Sanders heard no over 1,000 times before someone bought his fried chicken recipe. Action step 1. Document your journey. Keep a journal of lessons, wins, and progress. 2. Detach from immediate outcomes. Focus on showing up and doing your best. 3. Remind yourself, results take time. Just because it's not happening yet doesn't mean it won't. Robert Collier says, success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Tip 16. Never stop believing in yourself. Belief is the fuel behind every great achievement. Without it, talent doesn't matter. Strategy doesn't matter. Opportunity doesn't matter. If you don't believe in yourself, you'll talk yourself out of your own future. The world will doubt you. Critics will laugh. Obstacles will rise. But if you stand in unwavering belief, nothing can truly stop you. Real-world example. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television. She was abused as a child, fired from her first job, and repeatedly underestimated. But her self-belief was louder than the noise. That belief didn't just build her empire, it inspired millions. More examples. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He turned rejection into rocket fuel. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. He believed anyway and built a dream that billions have experienced. Action step. 1. Affirm your greatness. Speak truth to yourself daily. I am capable. I am enough. I will rise. 2. Visualize your success. See it clearly. Feel it. Live it in your mind before it shows up in your life. 3. Recall past victories. Keep a win list. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of every obstacle you've overcome. Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Tip 17. Surround yourself with the right people. You rise or fall to the level of your environment. The people around you shape your mindset, influence your habits, and either lift you higher or pull you down. If you want to go far, you need to walk with those who fuel your fire, not those who drain your drive. You don't need a crowd. You need a circle. People who challenge you to grow. Who speak life into your goals. Who remind you who you are when you forget. Real-world example. LeBron James credits much of his success to the tight circle around him, mentors, business partners, and lifelong friends who hold him accountable and share his vision. He built a team that believes in legacy, not just highlights. More examples. Elon Musk surrounds himself with engineers, problem solvers, and doers, not people who just agree with him. Marie Forleo, entrepreneur and coach, says, you can't soar with eagles if you're hanging with turkeys. Action step. 1. Audit your circle. Who supports your growth? Who stifles it? Be honest. 2. Set boundaries. Limit time with negative influences, even if it's uncomfortable. 3. Seek out growth-minded people. Join mastermind groups, online communities, or mentorship programs that align with your vision. Jim Rohn says, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Tip 18. Master the art of focus. In a world addicted to distraction, focus is your hidden weapon. Notifications, news feeds, endless options, they all compete for your attention. But success belongs to those who can tune out the noise and lock into what truly matters. Focus doesn't just help you finish tasks, it helps you build legacy. When you give your best energy to your highest priorities, you create real progress. Real-world example. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett were once asked the single most important factor behind their success. Both gave the same answer: focus. They knew how to say no, eliminate distraction, and commit deeply to one thing at a time. More examples. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, argues that deep focus is what separates elite performers from average ones. J.K. Rowling wrote the final Harry Potter book in a hotel room to escape distraction and lock into her creative flow. Action step. 1. Use the 80-20 rule. Focus on the 20% of tasks that create 80% of your results. 2. Time block your day. Set aside distraction-free zones for your most important work. 3. Eliminate distractions. Silence notifications, use website blockers, and keep your workspace clean. Starve your distractions. And feed your focus. Tip 19. Own your story. Your story, no matter how messy, painful, or imperfect, is your power. Too many people hide their scars, not realizing those scars are what make them relatable, inspiring, and real. When you own your journey, you shift from victim to victor. You stop running from your past and start rewriting your future. Real-world example. Tyler Perry was homeless, broke, and repeatedly rejected. But he used the pain of his past as fuel. He turned his life story into plays, then films, then a billion-dollar brand. His authenticity created connection. More examples. Inky Johnson, former NFL prospect, turned tragedy, a career-ending injury, into a mission. He now inspires millions with his story of resilience. Brené Brown built her career on vulnerability and truth-telling. Her TED Talk on shame has over 60 million views. Action step. 1. Write your narrative. Journal your story, your highs, lows, lessons, and growth. 2. Reframe your pain. Ask, what did this teach me? Turn wounds into wisdom. 3. Share with courage. Your story may be the survival guide for someone else. Tip 20. Be relentlessly resourceful. It's not about having all the answers, it's about finding a way. Resourcefulness is the ability to adapt, to problem solve, to figure things out when the path isn't clear. It's the engine behind every breakthrough. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You need persistence and a refusal to give up. Real-world example. Damon John, founder of Fubu and Shark Tank investor, started by sewing hats and shirts in his mom's house. He had no funding, no connections, just hustle and grit. He knocked on doors, sold out of his trunk, and created a global brand. More examples. Sarah Blakely started Spanx with $5,000 and zero fashion experience. She figured it out, step by step. Thomas Edison ran 1,000 failed experiments before inventing the light bulb. His resourcefulness outlasted rejection. Action step. 1. Adopt a figure-it-out mindset. Stop saying, I don't know how. Start saying, I'll find out. 2. Use what you have. Focus on what is available, not what's missing. 3. Stay in motion. Resourcefulness thrives when you act, test, learn, and adapt. Maya Angelou say, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Tip 21. Turn setbacks into setups. Every setback holds a seed of something greater if you look for it. Pain is a teacher. Failure is feedback. Rejection is redirection. The obstacle is the way. Setbacks can either define you or refine you. It all depends on how you respond. Real-world example. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Devastated but determined, he trained relentlessly. That moment became his fire, and the world witnessed the birth of a legend. More examples. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. He turned that into a multi-billion-dollar empire built on imagination. Les Brown was labeled educably mentally retarded. Today, he's one of the world's top motivational speakers. Action step. 1. Shift the lens. Instead of asking why me, ask what can I learn? 2. Extract the lesson. Write down what the setback taught you. 3. Use it as fuel. Let the pain push you until the vision pulls you. Jean de la Brute says, out of difficulties grow miracles. Tip 22. Keep showing up. Consistency beats intensity. The world belongs to those who keep showing up on good days, bad days, and everything in between. Your dreams don't need perfection, they need persistence. It's not the most talented who win. It's the most committed. Real-world example. Kobe Bryant was known for arriving at the gym at 4 a.m. and staying long after others left. He wasn't just talented, he was relentless. He kept showing up, and greatness followed. More examples. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, emphasizes that small, repeated actions shape identity and success. Stephen King writes every day, even on holidays. That discipline built his legendary career. Action step 1. Build routines, not resolutions. Create daily habits that align with your goals. 2. Track consistency. Use a habit tracker or calendar to mark your streaks. 3. Show up, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard, that's when breakthroughs happen. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Tip 23. Visualize your future. What you can see, you can achieve. Visualization isn't fantasy, it's mental rehearsal. When you vividly imagine your success, you align your subconscious, emotions, and actions toward that outcome. Elite athletes, CEOs, and performers all use visualization to win before they even begin. Real-world example. Muhammad Ali constantly visualized victory. He would mentally see the fight play out and see his hand raised. His self-image shaped his success. More examples. Jim Carrey wrote himself a $10 million check before he made it big, then earned that exact amount years later. Olympians use visualization as part of their training. It enhances focus and reduces anxiety. Action step 1. Create a mental movie. See your goal as already achieved. Feel it. Hear it. Live it. 2. Use vision boards. Surround yourself with images and words that reflect your future. 3. Visualize daily. Make it a morning or evening habit. Tip 24. Choose faith over fear. Fear will always whisper reasons to shrink, settle, and play small. But faith in your vision, your calling, your strength, calls you to rise. Faith isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Real-world example. Martin Luther King Jr. led a movement rooted in faith. He walked forward, not because he had all the answers, but because he believed in the cause. Faith gave him the courage to speak, march, and lead against impossible odds. More examples. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison and emerged with a vision of unity and hope. Helen Keller was deaf and blind, but believed in a life of purpose and education. Action step 1. Practice courage daily. Take one small step toward your fear. 2. Speak faith. Replace "what if I fail" with "what if I fly." 3. Ground yourself in something bigger. Whether it's spirituality, purpose, or service, faith connects you to strength. Tip 25. Lead with purpose. Purpose gives your life direction, fuel, and fire. It's the why behind your actions. When you know your purpose, you stop chasing approval and start chasing impact. Purpose isn't found, it's chosen. It's built through action, reflection, and alignment. Real-world example. Malala Yousafzai risked her life to speak out for girls' education. Her purpose gave her courage, even in the face of danger. That sense of mission turned her pain into a platform that inspires millions. More examples. Simon Sinek says, "People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it." Mahatma Gandhi's purpose was rooted in truth and nonviolence. It changed history. Action step 1. Ask, what breaks my heart? What fires me up? Your purpose often lives there. 2. Align goals with values. Don't just chase success _ chase significant. 3. Serve others _ purpose grows when you contribute beyond yourself.